Excellence Online. Subscribe to our channel now for more educational videos and press the bell icon for more updates.
Hello students, my name is Gautam Dafra and today we will be discussing the economics syllabus of O levels and the subject code is 2281. And the topic for today is finite resources and unlimited wants. So now let's dig deeper. Finite resources and unlimited wants is also known as the basic economic problem. And the basic economic problem says that we have unlimited wants, and in order to satisfy the unlimited wants, we have limited resources. Therefore, we end up having the problem of scarcity. So students, in order to understand the basic economic problem, let's understand that what do we mean by wants. Wants are the desires of life, or let's put it in this way, that these are the unlimited desires of life which are not essential to fulfill for our survival. That means we can still survive, we can still live if we do not fulfill all our wants. So some basic examples of wants are a luxurious car, a luxurious house, or you can say having a dinner in a 5-star hotel. These are the desires, and these desires are reoccurring in nature. Therefore, we can say that these are unlimited in nature as well, and we can still survive without fulfilling all our wants. And the next terminology is resources. In economics, resources are those goods and services which help us to produce other goods and services. So resources are important to produce goods and services. Without these resources, we are unable to produce finished goods and services. So some examples, or you can say there are 4 types of resources in economics. Number 1 is land. And students, land does not only mean a piece of earth, rather in economics it includes all the free gifts which are given by nature. Okay, for instance, air, clouds, or sand, beaches, oceans, etc. So with land, or with all the natural resources which are given by nature as free gifts, we can process it and we can produce other goods and services, or we can say we can just use these goods. For instance, if we can extract fishes from the sea or from the ocean, we can just sell it out and we can still conduct a business activity. So land is all the free gifts of nature. Okay, so now the second resource is labor. So labor is a physical or mental effort performed by humans for a monetary reward. So keeping in mind that physical effort or mental effort, whichever effort, or combiningly if it is used to produce goods and services and for a monetary reward, it will be considered as labor. Students, you need to understand that if the labor is not taking any monetary reward, and over here the monetary reward is salaries and wages. So if the labor is not taking any monetary reward, that will not be considered as labor in economics. Okay, so the third resource is capital. Students, capital over here means all the man-made resources required to produce goods and services. For example, the technology, the buildings, the chairs, or whatsoever which is made by man and it is used to produce goods and services. And the fourth resource is enterprise. Enterprise means the risk taking and decision making ability of a businessman. Here, the entrepreneur or the businessman combines the other three factors of production. He uses these factors of production and produces goods and services, and he takes risk. Over here, risk means that he is using his investment, he is using his savings so that he can produce goods and services. And decision making ability means that he is taking tough decisions, he is making sound decisions so that his business can be successful. So enterprise is the ability of the businessman which combines the other three factors of production and produces goods and services. So students, we can over here analyze that land, labor, capital, enterprise, these resources are limited in nature. Therefore, we cannot fulfill all our desires of life. That is the reason in economics it is called as the basic economic problem. And this basic economic problem is basic just because it is faced by each and every person in the society. All the producers, all the governments, all the workers, all the nations. So each and every person is facing this economic problem. So scarcity is also known as shortage of resources to fulfill all our wants. So the problem of scarcity is faced by each and everyone. That is the reason it is known as the basic economic problem. So students, in exams, they would ask you how this problem or the basic economic problem can influence the different decision makers. For instance, in terms of consumers. So consumers, as we have just said, that they also face the basic economic problem or the shortage of resources in a way that consumers want to buy all the goods and services in the world, but due to the shortage of money, due to the shortage of resources, they cannot do that. So therefore, they also end up having the problem of scarcity or the basic economic problem. And the second is producers. Students, producers want to produce all the goods and services in the world, but due to scarcity, due to shortage of resources, they cannot do so. So definitely the problem or the basic economic problem is also with the producers as well. So now coming towards the third, that is the workers. Students, workers also face the basic economic problem or scarcity. Workers want to utilize their working hours in the most efficient way. For instance, उनके पास 8 घंटे और वो चाहेंगे कि 8 घंटे में वो काफ़ी सारी जॉब्स कर सकें और वो काफ़ी सारी जॉब्स करने के बाद ज़्यादा पैसे कमा सकें. बट दिस इज़ नॉट द केस. दे कैन नॉट डू सो जस्ट बिकॉज दे हैव लिमिटेड टाइम, they have limited time, they have limited energy, and they have limited resources as well, and therefore they cannot do so, and they also face the problem of scarcity as well. And the last is the governments. The governments also face the basic economic problem in a way कि अभी we are facing the pandemic situation of coronavirus. All the governments want to produce all the goods and services which are essential for life to all the people of their economy. But due to the shortage of funds, due to the shortage of resources, due to scarcity, the governments can